All right, everybody. I just need to do this really quick. I didn't get a chance to do a video last night. I see a lot of people upset about the CeeDee Lamb pick at number 17. We didn't think, nobody thought that CeeDee Lamb would even be there at 17. Uh, there's been talks of other receivers in the draft, Jerry Jeudy or whatever. But nobody really thought that CeeDee Lamb was going to fall. There was no way in hell that he should have been there at 17. And people say, well, he's he's not, that fast, for a receiver. But he runs a similar 40 to DeAndre Hopkins. So you don't need a guy, because what I found in the NFL, uh, a lot of the guys that have like blazing speed, that can just run straight as fast as they can and run right by people, they're not the best route runners. They don't have the best hands. Their speed is what they are. So you can only plug them in certain situations, and even then, it's not always going to, guarantee a result. Uh, CeeDee Lamb, or as some people call him, uh, CeeDee Yak, YAC, yards after catch. Uh, He is really, really good. He is the best receiver in college football at breaking tackles and getting yards after the catch. So he's a guy who can play, pretty much from anywhere. He had the same amount of touchdowns from the slot as he did lining up outside. Um, so I mean, it is what it is, and we're going to see what happens. But I know that a lot of people are upset that we didn't take a corner, we didn't take a safety. Uh, you know, uh, our safeties, we got Xavier Woods, which people have mixed things kind of to say about him. We got the best name in football. Oh, excuse me. We got the best name in football, Clinton Dix. Of course, we only got him for 1 year, so we'll see, what happens with that, and if we're going to resign him or not. I can't imagine him having bad enough of a year where we don't at least try to extend him to a long-term deal. Um, People was wanting us to take a quarterback, and because what if something happens with the stack thing? And uh, I'm not against us taking a quarterback. I would have been very against us taking a quarterback in the first round. There's nothing wrong with getting a serviceable backup, in the fourth or fifth round, or something like that. Somebody that can sit behind Dak and kind of learn a little bit. Uh, then if the worst should happen and Dak isn't there, if we can't get a deal done and we have to go with that guy, then we're at least, somewhat confident in his abilities. But you don't take a quarterback in the first round when you got uh, a guy who's already the face of your franchise, who is already your franchise quarterback, who's barely going into his fifth year as your quarterback. So, all in all, I like it. There wasn't any really elite corners left. There wasn't really any elite pass rushers left. There wasn't any elite safeties left. Uh, he was the best player that was still on the board, and we had him on our board at number 6, and he was still there at 17. So of course, you take that. It's not a reach by any stretch of the imagination. I understand that people are upset about it, but I mean, think about it. You got Dak and Amari, who we just signed to a long-term deal, Gallup, and then CeeDee Lamb, who literally we can put him in the slot or we can put him on the outside, depending on the situation. And then you got Zeke in the backfield with three really, really good to elite wide receivers uh, that would arguably be number one guys, including Gallup, anywhere they go. Um, and then, like I said, Zeke in the backfield. They're not going to be able to load up the box on Zeke anymore because we just added another threat to the passing game. As deadly as our passing game was last year, we moved the ball with relative ease last year. We just couldn't punch it into the end zone. And and offensive yards gained, we led the league. So we got to figure out how to clean that up, and actually get touchdowns. And normally you say, well, we got to get touchdowns. We can't settle for field goals. We weren't even settled for field goals last year because fucking Maher was fucking missing and everything. And then Kai Forbath came in and he didn't miss from the very time that he got here. So it was a very mixed bag of everything last year. Dak threw for almost 5,000 yards last year. Our defense only got 7 interceptions last year, which was total for the fewest in the league. So we weren't giving our offense a lot of extra chances, um, and all of that type of thing. So yes, obviously this draft does need to be defense heavy. Uh, I would not be mad at all if we went defense the whole rest of the time, get a couple corners, maybe a pass rusher, maybe a safety. Um, but yeah, I mean that's basically it. I'm not gonna stay here a whole long time and ramble on or whatever. But uh, and CeeDee Lamb is just he's a big guy, and he's really physical. He wins a lot of contested balls, a lot of those 50-50 balls, stuff like that. Um, so I see him kind of like as a Dez type guy, uh, that can just kind of like push people off and kind of just manhandle them a little bit, not push them off. You don't want to get a flag, but they're kind of contesting back and forth and fighting over position. A lot of times the refs are going to let that go. And CeeDee Lamb is a guy, with his size and everything compared to a lot of the corners that are going to be on him, he's going to win a lot of those fights. And something else that a lot of people's not talking about, well, some people are talking about it. CeeDee Lamb or Philly picked behind us in the draft. Um, and so you don't want to have to face him twice a year for goddamn sure. So it was kind of a mixed thing where we're gonna make an already elite offense even more elite, and give Dak just another weapon to throw to. And he's a guy, he can be a weapon in the red zone. You can throw a screen to him. He can make guys miss or run them over. You can throw a jump ball in the corner of the end zone, and 9 times out of 10 he's gonna be able to go up and get it. Uh, Paid at the end of his rookie contract, and we're going to have to deal with that when the time comes. But uh, between making an already elite offense even more elite, giving Dak just another weapon to throw to, definitely another red zone weapon, run after the catch, all of it, and then just keeping Philly from getting them. Um, Keeping Philly from getting them was just icing on the cake. Uh, but our offense did good last year as far as moving the ball is concerned. We just couldn't punch it into the end zone. We couldn't find a way to score. And then normally, like I said, you would be settling for field goals in those situations. But Mara was missing the fucking field goals. And then we had to bring Forbath in, and Forbath didn't miss. So it's going to be a lot different situation this year, guys, with McCarthy and everything like that. So moving the ball as easily as we did last year, with the exception of not being able to punch it in, which, like I said, CeeDee Lamb is going to make that even easier to punch it in. Once you get down there, you can throw a jump ball in the end zone, and I feel like he would probably win at least 60% of those balls contested one-on-one with a corner. And they're not going to be able to load up the box against Zeke anymore. So all in all, just everything, it was a solid pick. And you don't have a guy like CeeDee Lamb sitting there that literally falls into your lap and then go reach on a corner or go reach on a safety or go reach on and then, like I said, keeping Philly from getting them was just icing on the cake. So left in the draft, and I ain't got no problem with it. There was no corner, no pass rusher, no safety uh, that's even close to as good at their respective positions than CeeDee Lamb is at wide receiver. So I said it was a solid pick. I would call it a great pick. I think the Dallas Cowboys uh, won the draft yesterday, personally. That's not just me being biased. That's not just me being a homer. That's my honest thoughts. So I'm going to get out of here, guys. And how about them Cowboys? We'll see what we do tonight. Uh, Definitely need to be going defense heavy from here on in. I've seen some people mention about maybe grabbing a tight end, but right now Um, like I said, there's no way that you have CeeDee Lamb sitting, it basically fall into your lap at 17 when we had him on our board at number 6. And, for whatever reason, he kept falling and he was there. There's no way possible that you justify not picking him in that situation. Because I promise you, as many people that are mad right now that we picked him, and I'm talking about Cowboys fans, there would have been even more people that would have been mad if we didn't pick him. Because if you took pass rusher, corner, whatever, it would have been a reach because there was nobody left that was good enough, in my opinion, to be drafted in the first round, especially not over CeeDee Lamb. So